what that was. There we go. Carcharodontosaurus. Oh, I didn't even notice she was there. I just hopped in and didn't even notice she was so green. And I was like, oh, there's stuff there. Hi, my name is Kobo, and this is my channel where we mostly talk about paleo media stuff. Today we're going to talk about a Jurassic Park that I made in this Biosyn Valley, the large square map. It's huge, it's really pretty, and I wanted to show you my park, or at least part of it. I have split the park into two. There's a regular resort park over here, which is what we're gonna go see, and then there's more of a experimental place over here that we're not gonna see quite yet. But yeah, so what we're looking at here is where we come in. You know, you fly in from wherever you fly in Europe, because we're in the Alps, and I don't know where that would be. Marseille, Naples. I have no clue. I don't know what that would be like. Yeah, fly in. You got, you know, amenities here. Presumably it's been something of a long flight. Or when you're on the way out, you can go and go to the bathroom or whatever. So, you know, whatever. Auxiliary power area there that you're not supposed to see. And emergency. So yeah, pretend we came in there. And we're going to get into first person view because we actually have first person view in this game. So yeah, we came in that way. Really sure about that one. So yeah, and you can come in and it's really pretty fountains. Try to make it as decent as possible. I'm gonna speed this up a little though. I don't want to take all my time walking through there, and we're gonna ride this. Oh wow, we caught one. What is the best seat, do you think? What is the best seat in the car? I kind of think this seat. I don't know what she's talking about. Really cool fog. Really cool that you have the fog in this. I think it works well with the Jurassic Park, to be honest. The gates. Very cool that we have this in game. So yeah, some Geo trees. And you can see there. Oh, that's cool. We're gonna switch. See who that is? Camarasaurus. How cool is that? Not as pretty as our Camarasaurus in PK, but really cool. Oh, there's two. Just a little intro area. Yeah, so you come through there and you might see some, oh look, I can't zoom in. Did you see her? You might see some of the predators, the largest predators in the game. And tried to dress it up with plants as you come through here. but it has a good Jurassic Park feel. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool to get that kind of stuff. I mean, it really does has a feel of something like Jurassic Park. Alright, spits us out here. And of course, there's always shelters everywhere. Let's hide the GUI for now. And this is the main part of the park. It's in like a octangle. What is that called? Octagon? That's what it's called. Octagon. There's some compies hopping around over there. In these little exhibits, I filled it with these little exhibits. In between, where's... Oh, Sedgy. Sedgosaurus is in there. Running around. Our tiny Coelophysoid. Coelophysid? Coelophysoid. And Compy's in there. Visitor center. You can maybe have a wedding out here or something. I don't know. That was the idea when I made this. Over here. Where are they? They're so tiny. Okay, no. Wrong door. There's Lystrosaurus in there. Our non-dinosaur. One of two non-dinosaurs. Nope, that's not an animal. And Microceratus, which is a tiny little ceratopsian. Cute? Okay. And, yeah, and then hotels back here. I'm going to sprint real quick over here. On the other side, we have some Troodon in this habitat, which I wanted to be kind of like I wanted this part to be very zoo-like, and with the exception of the fact that I have to have these ginormous fences no matter what, I think I accomplished that pretty well. Yes. So yeah, and there's a resort back here. There's all kinds of, I mean, I've got amenities scattered around. I've got, attractions like the, what is that called? Viewing tower? Sure. I haven't been playing this game in a while. What is GUI? I don't... It doesn't tell me. Viewing tower. Anyway. Viewing tower, you can look out at the animals in the surrounding habitats. And, yeah. Enjoy your fountains. Sit out here next to the hotels, next to the whatever. And, I'm running into lights. And yeah, so let me show you real quick how this is set up. So this is where we came in. There's the front gate. I have a perimeter fence that also ends up being part of the enclosures as well in some places, and then not in others. You come in here, as you can see, there's our park tour, and you come in, and that's where we went in. Sedgosaurus, Compsognathus, Troodon, Lystrosaurus, and Microceratus. Ugly little, kind of ugly little, oh, how do we do this? Ugly little, they're all in grass. Film models. They're so weird. They're so weird looking. Same with these guys. So weird looking. Yeah. So it's set up like that. You can come in here. Got zip lines. Got viewing tower, viewing platform. That's what they're called. Viewing galleries, and these are where a bunch of the animals are around the little resort area. I'm not going to do the tour, the full tour with the thing, unless we can see something really cool. Maybe... no, I don't think so. So, yeah, you come in here and you get to see Brackies. Oh no, she's panicking. You get to see Brackies. Film model Brackies. You get to see film model Parasaurs, but with much better coloring. Also used more patterning with them. You get to do... if I hit ride, hell yeah. Okay, for this part we can go. You get to go through here, and there's Pachycephalosaurs. Beautiful coloring on them. And are we gonna see anybody else? You can see them in the distance there. Let's hop, switch vehicles. Let's do... is this it? No, not quite. Here we go. Oh. It's catching. There we go. The 1997 skin Stegos. Which are beautiful. So yeah. Got these lovely stripings, this much different patterning from the 2015. You got the beak, which looks much better than the 2015 lips. I hate that. Kentrosaurus and Tomalocephalae are in here. Where are you? Cute little creatures. Yeah. So when I was building this park, I went with the JPOG roster for the most part. So JPOG is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. That's how I always said it. JPOG. It was an old video game, I think 2004, and you could do the same thing. You could build a Jurassic Park, but I didn't have all the lovely patterning. You couldn't have variations in the animals. You couldn't build anything like this. Well, guys, it's in your habitat. Figure yourselves out. You couldn't build a hexagon. That's not 5. That is not 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Hexagons into squares or whatever the hell I had going on here. You can do stuff like that. You only could do squares. You could only do square buildings. Everything was on a grid. Set grid. So yeah, this is a really pretty, really different way to build the park. But I did it with the JPOG roster. So Kentros were in that game, Homalocephalae were in that game. They looked very different, both of them. Pachy's and Stegos and Parasaurs and Brackies are obviously modeled after the movies. Likewise, the Triceratops in here are the 2015 version. That in this game we never got a full set of skins for the 1993 version, which is a shame because I do like this version. I think it's a cute updated version of the old trikes, but I do kind of like how they were decorated with more osteoderms on their frills. So kind of a shame, but whatever. Ankylosaurs also in JPOG, and these guys were all in JPOG. Corythosaurus, Dryosaurus, and who else? There's somebody else. Torosaurus should be in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, and this is very important. Viewing domes, which were also They didn't look like this, but that was also in JPOG. All of these attractions were in JPOG. This was not. We had balloon tours, which I don't know if we'll ever get for a game like this, but maybe. Maybe Jurassic World Evolution 3. And we had the park tours, but they could not go between the paddocks. There were planned to be gates in the game, and we never got them. So this is where this game is a cool update. In a lot of ways, I mean, it's its own game. Different mechanics, but yeah. Cool. So, oh, and power lines. Power lines were not in the old game, which, yes, technically they are very ugly in a lot of ways, but also it makes it look more retro, in my opinion. And I like it. So yeah. So that's my beautiful little, that section of the park. So you could hop into your tour again, and you can maybe see your Spinosaurus, because in the middle of the park here, this is kind of an ugly skin, but also a skin that I like in how silly this is. Very clashing colors. Hulk skin? I don't know. Anyway. Maybe see your Spinosaurus. You can also go to this viewing dome. This is the only viewing dome in this section of the park that goes to see the large carnivore. And then the rest of them you have to ride through here. Operations area here. Ride over and into this section of the park, which is just a tiny little visitor area. Got the hotels, got the attractions, fossil zone, and lab tour, and more amenities, and hatchery, which lab tour does stuff with the hatchery. That's my headcanon. So yeah. And then the other attractions here, besides, you know, these building attractions, like on their own, not associated with a paddock, is these guys. So that's the one next. I don't know what that was. There we go. Carcharodontosaurus. Oh, I didn't even notice she was there. I just hopped in and didn't even notice she was so green. I was like, oh, there's stuff there. Yeah. Carcharodontosaurus. We already saw the Spinosaurus. This should be... We saw her from the other. This should be the Acrocanthosaurus paddock. We'll look at her later. We'll try to find her later. And there's our Kamaras from earlier in the paddock over. A no-show. Wait, is that her? Yeah. Okay. So this middle part has all the largest carnivores, and she is... There she is. Our T-Rex. Which the skins for the T-Rex are beautiful. They're really good. Maybe beautiful's a little strong, but they are really good. It's cool to have, you know, movie animals too in your movie-themed park. There's our acro. Really pretty patterning on her as well. Of course, this is not accurate. Not an accurate thing. And then in the rest of the park, we have in here. Okay, are we going to actually be able to see them? other than way far away? No. So, this one links up to here, and this is where we have the raptors. This is the 2015 version because I wanted different colors. It's kind of a shame because I think they're really they were already kind of ugly. These are really ugly, and then you have the splash of color which makes them a little bit prettier. And just the models. I'm sorry, but I do not like the latest raptor models. I just don't. They still doubling down on the monster thing, and there's something about the teeth being too far back in the mouth. Besides it being wrong, it just I really like this though. The splashes of black and black striping on this banana green, banana yellow, weird green color, green and yellow color. Yeah. So, and then over here we have 2 viewing domes, which lets you see Albertosaurus, again, a JPOG rostered animal. So, and of course, this is another one, because it wasn't in the movies, we've taken some very different direction with a different direction and some artistic license with. They would have had some kind of crests here, probably, but this is the only time I have seen someone put this style on there, and it is both silly and amazing at the same time. It reminds me of those troopers in stormtroopers in Star Wars, in where they're on the speeder bikes and they've got that special thing. That's what it reminds me of. Anyway, so yeah, secondary little resort area, maybe like a little spillover area. Maybe it's supposed to be a adventure area or a VIP area, even though I don't think this looks very VIP. But because you're surrounded much more by the carnivores, maybe that's exciting to you. I don't know, I don't have money. So yeah, and then you take the tour out of the park the same way you take the tour in the park. And, yeah. So that's that part. And, just a couple of things here that I like to do. So like I said, perimeter fence, I like the idea of that, even though technically it's not a perimeter fence. But it is, because if you were stuck in the middle of here, and there is a problem, like a power outage or whatever, you really can't get out of the park. You can't get out of the park without running into some kind of animal. So, not on this part. Well, I guess you could, if you can get through the maintenance areas. I do have maintenance areas. But, where's the other one? Yeah, there's no animals in there. But there is here. There is here. But there's the Kamaras. I mean, you don't want to mess with a large herbivore. They're really scary, but yeah. Anyway. So, this is my JPOG-inspired park. Obviously, compies, these little ones, anything like this, didn't make it into that old game. And I don't think they had plans. Maybe they did have plans for compies, but I don't think they could make it work. There's at least one animal missing here, and that's in the other end of the park, because, to be quite honest, even though, like, a lot of this is still very movie monster-esque, with a lot of these animals, I did want something a little bit more tame, a little bit more, not fully, but a little bit more realistic, a little bit more, yeah, not movie monsters. Look at, see? Really cool scene. Straight out of the, movie. Not actually, obviously, because we're in a completely separate video game, but yeah, and this is something I've been wanting to do, for a while. I wanted to try making more, like design, because I tend to just kind of be like Safari, that's amorphous. It just doesn't have a shape to it. And I do like doing shapes. I only have so much patience for it. I can't do like an Evo squared thing, but yeah. So yeah, this kind of ended up, okay, let's criticize me for just a second though. This ended up being so messed up. This was not, the lines for that are not nice and neat. I was cramming them in here. And you can definitely criticize me for that. I do it myself. Um, it is pretty at nighttime as well. And yeah. So, that's this part of the park, and I hope you'll join me in the future for when I look at the other section. And tell me what you liked and what you didn't like about this particular park. If you played JPOG, if you've built something in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and if you've tried to build a JPOG inspired or themed park or any of those things, please tell me. Please let us discuss it. So yeah, so thanks for joining me, and hope to see you next time. Bye.